City News is brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation. Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News, Scion and the Bay of Plenty Regional Council have signed an agreement to build an innovation centre at Scion's Te Papa Tipu Innovation Park. Red Stag General Manager says Labour's pro-wood policies would help future development at the mill, and the Kia Magic have suffered their first loss of the season. Scion and the Bay of Plenty Regional Council have signed an agreement to build an innovation centre at Scion's Te Papa Tipu Innovation Park. The centre's purpose is to foster innovation in forestry and wood processing industries. Regional Council Chief Executive Mary Ann McLeod says the project has the potential to provide a significant boost to not only the Rotorua economy, but that of the wider region, bringing employment, economic benefits and innovation. Scion CEO Dr Warren Parker says the Innovation Centre is part of a wider effort to establish Rotorua as a forestry and wood processing industry centre of excellence.
So the idea with the Innovation Centre, the Bay of Plenty Regional Council has an infrastructure fund. We made an application for $2.5 million to build a new building on our innovation park here at Te Papa Tipu. And the idea is that we want to attract in firms, particularly further up the value chain, manufacturing, value added. Why is that? Because the Bay of Plenty produces about 35% of New Zealand's logs, forest harvested, and also over the next 10 years about another 3 million tonnes per year is going to be harvested, and that presents a tremendous opportunity for us to add more value.
Warren Parker says the funding will enable Scion to get going with securing tenants and, all going well, to have construction underway by late this year or early 2015. He says it's anticipated the building will be completed by December 2015. Meanwhile, local forestry processing giant Red Stag Timber is welcoming the funding of the Scion Innovation Centre. Red Stag Timber General Manager Tim Richter says adding value to raw timber products is the way forward towards greater economic growth. He says policies like Labour's pro-wood policy would also help with economic growth.
Yeah, a couple of good things. The couple of policies which really interested that Labor are talking about and announced was firstly they'd have they call it a pro-wood policy, so sort of promote wood into government buildings that they're planning to build, and what that's about is just actually giving wood a chance. At the moment there's lots of new products, it's engineered products which a lot of the architects, designers aren't familiar with how they actually put that into 3-4 story buildings, and the government builds a lot of those. So we want the government to at least just get designers, architects to draw up, find out how much it would cost to build in wood. So that's a pro-wood policy which they've announced, so that's good.
And Green Party MP Kevin Haig has been in town hosting a Good Lives Healthy Future public meeting. The Green Party health spokesperson says the party's focus is on preventing illness before it happens.
I've wanted to go out and talk about the big issues, and I'm talking about funding, for example. You know, government's been cutting funding for health services, and we need to reverse that. They've been putting money into the wrong places, so they've been putting money into more specialised services when we actually need the biggest investment in keeping people well.
And in sport tonight, Kia Magic suffered their first loss of the season when going down 56-53 to the Pulse in an epic extra-time battle in Hamilton last night. The Magic have a bye this week to contemplate the loss before taking on the Mystics in Hamilton on Sunday the 20th. To your weather update now. Tonight, showers clearing, so that's good news. Southerly winds and an overnight low of 16. Tomorrow, Wednesday, cloudy periods with a chance of an afternoon shower and light winds, a high of 21 and a low of 14. And looking out to Thursday, cloudy periods with a few showers, light winds, a high of 22 and a low of 13. And out on the lake, the marine forecast for Lake Rotorua for Wednesday, southeasterlies easing to 10 knots in the morning, dying out at night. Waves less than half a metre and fair visibility in a few showers. Still to come tonight on City News, we visit Rotorua to examine the revival of some geothermal features. We catch up with District Councillor Mike McVicker to talk about his new leadership role in council, and we sample a bit of line dancing at a promotion in the City Focus.
Well, you may remember last year in September 2013 that the Papakura geyser here at Rotorua just blew its top and came back to life. Now, as of late, there's been some more extra activity down here at Rotorua, and with me today is Tapa Roto and Nicholson. Thanks for joining us today, Tapa. Now, it's always exciting when you find out that new things are taking off here at Rotorua and new pools are starting to bubble up. So, Pua, tell us a bit about that one.
Pua is one of our what we call our alkaline chloride pools, which are a number of pools where the water quality is such that you can actually cook in them. And Pua has been around many years, and my association with the area has been over some 33 years. So I've seen Pua change and noticed the changes in it, and recently the changes that others have noticed as well. Now we had a period where we had a few guides, and our guides on a regular basis report any major changes that they might observe during the normal course of the day. So Pua was one of those, and we come down and have a look at it and note the activity and pass that information on to GNS, who come in on a regular basis to monitor not just our field but the whole Rotorua geothermal field. So that's us, that's Ngāpuna, that's Kuiro Park, that's Ohinamutu. So we're one of those that are monitored. So they don't monitor every pool, but Pua is one of those ones that they do monitor on a regular basis.
So if something's happening down here in Pua at Rotorua, can you almost guarantee there'll be other activity around the area?
I think what we can safely assume is if Pua is playing irregularly in a different way for longer periods, then probably somewhere else in the reserve there's another surface feature that's changed in characteristic or behaviour. This one here, when it was noticed, you could hear it from a distance coming up the path. You could see bubbling, which is unusual for Pua. Pua is usually a calm, boiling hot pool, but on this occasion you could hear it bubbling over, which is really unusual. Now on the southern wall of Pua, there's what the GNS scientists call a geyser on the southern wall of it, which plays irregularly. You can certainly see that from time to time, and that hasn't changed. But certainly the water level recedes and comes up from time to time as a consequence of what's happening.
Now you mentioned that you've been, you obviously had some history yourself here for 33 years around Rotorua. You mentioned earlier off camera that you can see the black lines where the water levels are. So from here, it's a good 2 metres less than what it has been in the past.
Yep. When I was cooking in here in the 80s, and me and a couple of other friends who were apprentice carvers at the time, when we found out we could cook in a number of these pools, we'd come down and we'd prepare our food, put it in a kete, tie it to a rope, hang it over the side, firstly to experiment, and if it worked, we'd come back on a more regular basis, and just for something to do that's different, that we knew no one else could enjoy. So we used to do that on a regular basis right up until about the mid-80s. I think was the last time I actually did that in this pool. In a traditional sense, if you look behind Pua, one of our par sites, one of our kaianga is right behind it, and that's Te Puia. Now that site was occupied, and those people would have no doubt been using this pool to cook in, being the closest one in proximity.
Yeah. It's not something you could do now, because I'm looking at it now, and it's obviously the water's too far down for you to get down there safely. But you couldn't cook in it now.
It's not something I'd encourage, because simply the visitor numbers down here are such that they see you over there doing it, and I could probably quite easily get in there and do the same thing, be a little bit more careful about it, but the risk that others might see you doing it and try and imitate it is too high, so no, we discourage it.
Now, obviously, we're just coming into the end of our summer season. Has it been a good season for Te Puria this year?
I think Te Puria, like most of the other tourism visitor attractions, have experienced some highs and lows, which have been predicted because of the international markets and what they're doing, what visitor trends have been of late. But we've had the numbers seem to be panning out. You know, you have a lull in the Asian market, you have a rise in the European market, and vice versa. So the numbers have been okay. You could probably say that the revenue generated from the numbers hasn't been that great, but the numbers have been okay.
Well, Tapa, I appreciate your time, man. I'm actually glad that we come here because we've been here a few times, and every now and then Pahuta takes off, and it is right now, so it's good timing. Yeah. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yeah, kia ora.
The Rotorua District Council has just signed off a brand new initiative to help bring more money into the marketing, and how they're going to do that is by getting local tourist operators to help pay. And today I'm going to chat up with Mike McVicker, and we're going to discuss this a little bit further. Hi Mike, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. Now, how well received was this new initiative proposed to the tourism industry? How well was it received that they are going to have to start paying for the marketing of our city?
Firstly, Alan, thanks for the opportunity of communicating the message about this innovative introduction of a funding opportunity in Rotorua, particularly well. Over the years, the councillors, we've received a lot of criticism about the fact that why does council fund the tourism industry and why not others? And now with this new initiative, whereby the industry itself will, in the end of the day, provide funding from their members through a very simple scheme, and hey, it's certainly a step in the right direction. Last year, for example, the tourism industry came to council and said they would like another $300,000 to support their proposal to have TV advertising, a campaign on TV, which I'm sure all of you have seen. And the result of that campaign over the Christmas period has been spectacular, where there has been huge increase in numbers through our hotels and attractions and the rest of them out there. So it's a logical extension of this step that was taken last year.
Now, $300,000 doesn't seem like a huge amount of money when it's spread out throughout the whole city, really, and all the different tourist operators. In real terms, how much is this going to cost each individual business?
That has yet to be decided, because I know the hoteliers, for example, are coming up with 37 cents per night room that they book. There are 5 hotels in town at this point of time who are paying $1, and I know one who has been paying that $1 for the last several months because he believes in it strongly. So it's yet to filter down through the motels and all the attractions, and there are many of them out there, as you know. So there's a process, and it's a lengthy process. They've already been working on it 6 months, and they believe they need a figure of $1 million minimum to come up with the TV advertising campaign that was very successful last Christmas. So at this point of time, a lot of work has been devoted into getting this off the ground, and in the future, Tourism Rotorua, for example, and others will be spending a lot of their time and effort to enlist the support of all people in the industry, because at the end of the day, everyone benefits, let's face it. Of course,
yeah. Now, it would be great to have 100% of local tourist operators and businesses on board. Is that a likely figure though, Mike?
There will always be some, and I've had some experience in that industry, who struggle and may be somewhat reluctant to contribute towards the cost, but at the end of the day, they will get the spin-off. There'll be more people coming to our city. So I would like to think, in due course, it's not going to happen overnight. In due course, I'm sure there will be the majority, if not everyone, because they will realise that they will see the benefits, and our city will too.
Now, you mentioned the council and Destas and Rotorua and things like that have spent a lot of time putting this initiative together. Is this the first time it's ever been rolled out in a city here in New Zealand? Or
no, there are other cities around New Zealand who do have a similar scheme. And this is really the result of the tourism board that has been in vogue here in Rotorua for a couple of years, 3 years in fact, and it was their initiative to come up with this, and the team at Destination Rotorua have done a great job in talking to their colleagues and getting a fair bit of support to date.
Now you're the leader of the Economic Sustainable Growth. Now that's a pretty hefty title. Is it a pretty hefty job as well, Mike?
It's the economic portfolio. As you would be aware, the Mayor has come up with various responsibilities for most of us councillors, and I have the economic one because I've been involved in business in Rotorua for many years. And it has been a rather awkward one to get off the ground, to be honest, at this early stage, given the structural changes that are going to happen but have not yet happened at Council. So I'm looking forward to getting my teeth into it, because we need to grow business and economics in Rotorua. As we all know, we haven't really got to where we are, and we look at our neighbours across the way and wonder at times, what the hell's happening. But there's a lot of work to be done in the future. I will be looking to get the support of industry leaders, who many have volunteered their support at this point in time. I can name heaps of them, but I'd rather not, because I probably would forget someone. But no, there are many people out there who have made it very clear to the new Mayor and her team that they want to see Rotorua grow and grow substantially. So there's a lot of people out there willing to get behind this economic portfolio and help in whatever way they can.
Well, I think the important word that you said in there is that people are volunteering for this initiative. So, good luck to you. That's good.
Yes, I have to say that with the arrival of Steve as the Mayor, there's been a breath of fresh air at Council from the point of view of things are happening. There's a lot of positive enthusiasm in our community as a result of Steve leading that charge, and we're all getting behind her and doing our bit where we possibly can for the betterment of our city in the future.
It's great, Mike, and we take your hat off to you guys. Steve is doing a good job, so
Sure.
appreciate your time and nice to see you.
Thanks, Alan. Okay.
Well, one of the great things about being a journalist here in Rotorua is every now and then you just happen to be driving past the City Focus and there's a story that I could go chase. And as you can see behind me, we've got some spunky looking Māori line dancers. Now, we're going to be catching up with Anne Hogg. She is the president of the Rotorua Marae Line Dancers, and we're going to find out what they're doing down here. Hi Anne, thanks for joining us today. Now, we're just driving past here at City Focus and we saw you guys dancing, so there must be a reason why you guys are here today.
Right. We're here to do our yearly raffle. We have a raffle every year at the beginning of the year, which kick-starts our whole year. It's to fundraise to help with our hiring of vans when we go out on trips, which is exactly what we're going to be doing next week. We're off to Gisborne next week. We do it every year. We're going down there for a weekend of fun and dance and having a good time. Yeah.
Is it going to be a competition, or are you just going down there for a bit of fun?
We just between the two of us, we have our yearly breakup in December, and this loyal group of people have come to us since almost 1997. They've been coming to us, so we return the favour by going to them, which is next week. The lady of that group, she's turning 80 the same time we go down there, and just for those that care, I'm turning 70 this year. So I teach, and I've been teaching since 1996, line dance, mainly to our elders, a lot of the time to our rest homes, hospitals, schools, anyone that requests our services, and we do it for free. We do it for aroha, but a lot of the time they give us donations, which helps a lot. Yeah, as I say, most of our group, 60 plus easy, a lot of them. One lady turned 89 2 weeks ago, and the other one turned 88, and another one just had 83rd birthday last week, so there you go.
What's the name of the group that's in Gisborne?
Gisborne, it's a Kaumātua group, and it's a tinana group from Gisborne, and as I say, they're like us, elderly, but trying to keep fit and keep active to keep our health. having said that, we lost two very dear. It's been a bad start, 2014 for us. Many people might know one of our taxi drivers, Tim Mason. He passed away just in January, and he was a very staunch supporter of our group. He's been dancing since we started, and as I say, he passed away. Another lady who was 83, she passed away a few weeks later, so a sad start to the year, but trying to be positive, and as I say, this is what we do, trying to keep alive our spirit of dance as a form of exercise, especially for our Māori and Island people. Keep them moving. Yeah.
Now, you obviously mentioned that there's quite a few ladies here, but where are the men today?
There's not many men in Rotorua that line dance. Tim Mason was our very dear friend. He was mainly the backbone as far as men go of our group. We have had over the years kaumatas that took us away on trips to speak on our behalf when we went to maraes and the like. Yeah.
Now, obviously you're here, like we said, to fundraising for your trip away. How much are you trying to raise there, Anne?
We try and raise as much as we can. We've got a grocery raffle going at the moment, and we hope to raise near the $1,000 mark. And as I say, on April 10th, we'll be doing the same thing here with the Easter raffle. We only have two main raffles for the year to kickstart our year, and touch wood, we'll get near the $1,000 mark. So all our raffles are always drawn by the police. They always expect us around this time to go in. So it's very upfront as far as the raffles go. Yeah.
Are you looking for some young members to come along? Because I noticed there is a couple of young ladies there.
Myself personally, I teach at the Rotorua Citizens Club on a Monday morning, 10 o'clock to 12, and for the Rotorua Citizens Club, I guess you have to be 18 plus. Just like the RSA, I teach at the Rotorua RSA on a Tuesday night and a Wednesday morning, and you have to be 18 years of age plus there as well. But as I say, we go to schools to teach them how to line dance when they require us. Yeah.
What is it about line dancing that you enjoy so much, Anne?
The country music, I think, the country music sound. We might be Māoris, but myself personally, I love country music from way back. So I teach line dance because I love country music.
I tell you a little secret, I'm from Southland, so I love country music. I won't tell too many people that, but now it's on TV. But I guess that is probably one of the big parts is the music, because the people do that are walking past, they do recognise the songs.
Yes, exactly. Nice and simple country music. It's the way to go.
Well, let's talk about that, the simplicity of it all, because I'm just looking at the ladies now. There's not a lot of different steps, but it's all about keeping in time with each other.
Basically, there's a certain amount of sets of steps, but once you master those, you can put the dance to any beat of country music, yeah.
So it's just different combinations?
Different combinations of the same steps, yeah.
Now, if there's somebody sitting at home, Anne, who is dying to get into line dancing, how can they get hold of you?
They can get a hold of me through the Rotorua RSA. I'm a member there, and it's quite easy to get a hold of me at the Rotorua RSA. They ask for Anne Hogg. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Anne. Good luck with your trip away.
Yeah.
And I hope
you
you raise
so much.
plenty of money.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anne.
And you've got to love those line dances, and yes, I did try it last year, briefly, and it was a lot of fun. And don't forget, if you have a news event that TV Rotorua can support, call our office and talk with one of our team. That's on 07 3488 984, or of course you can email us at news@tvrotorua.co.nz. And if you missed anything in tonight's show, you can watch it again at tvrotorua.co.nz. Thanks for watching, having us at your place, and all the team here at City News Pomaria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
City News was brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.